I was left-handed, so I didn't want every... Right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Praise, and today I am joined with a special guest.
Hi guys, my name is Aleesha. I'm a... what am I?
Yeah, what are you?
I create careers and educational content.
And she's also a law student at my uni.
I'm not a law student.
Oh, sorry, no!
Politics and economics, and I'm in my second year.
And if you're new here, I study law at LSE and I'm in my final year. So for today's video, we are going to be rating our experience at LSE, but we're doing it in a second year versus third year comparison. I think it will be very interesting based on the fact we've had very different experiences. So how it works is we've got our boards, and I'm going to state like what it is we're rating, and then we'll both write down our numbers from 1 to 10 and then give our reasonings. The first category that we have is the academic rigor of our university, based on like how you find it.
So that's like how academically difficult it
Yeah.
is, basically. And we do different degrees as well, so it's interesting.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
9!
It's hard! It's so hard!
No, it is hard, but I feel like for me, being in third year, I feel like I've reached a stage where like, things are so much easier than how it was for me in first year. So like I shouldn't have done this, but I had a formative last week. They gave it out for almost like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I had 3 weeks to do it, but I did it the night before. And normally like in second year, first year, it would have taken me like a couple of days, but I literally just did it all in one night. So I think this is a reflection of like my improvements over the year, but it's still hard. Like genuinely, it is not an easy ride.
Let me explain. So I'm doing economics at the London School of Economics. I think it is one of the hardest places to do economics, because I've compared like the degree content to people that are at Oxbridge. I'm not saying Oxbridge isn't difficult, because if I was at Oxbridge I'd give it a 10, but like LSE is really up there. And I feel like what is crazy about LSE is because they're trying to compete with Oxbridge as well, it's like they make things so unnecessarily difficult because they want that like prestige that comes with having a difficult economics degree. And like for me, so a lot of things are compulsory, like econometrics, even even the name, like we have to sit in groups to understand it. Because I find
that's cute though.
Yeah, it's good that we do that, but I find like with like law and politics, like my friends that do law, and I'm politics and econ, it's like it's not difficult to understand essay subjects. I think
it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah,
but overall
it's more like a challenge to keep up with the content and do the readings and do the essays.
Yeah,
whereas I find with economics it's actually a challenge. It's a hurdle to actually understand.
I think it depends. Like I've had at least 4 modules out of the 12 that I've done in my past 3 years here where I'm like, damn, this is hard. But it's purely based on like, I don't know, just some's easier to understand. Like we're doing jurisprudence right now, and it's nothing to do with law, it's like philosophy, and I'm like, I didn't sign up for that. Exactly. So it's so hard to understand.
I think what you said as well about me being in second year, because second year is very hard. Like at LSE, the way the degree is rated, like weighted, not rated, it's like actually most of my friends say that it's more difficult in second year because it's just the stress of like everything counts.
Yeah, if I can get through second year, I can get through anything. So the next category that we have is social life at LSE. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 10. Where did you get that?
Oh yeah, the same LSE.
How can you say 10?
I love my social life. It's good. Okay, maybe not. Maybe a 9. I was thinking
that's
of a 9.
Still high. I'm giving mine a solid 6.
Mine is good.
But once again, I think our experiences are very different. I started in COVID, so the more social things are happening right now at like final year, and like I'm still meeting people who are on my course. I don't know, I feel like my experience has just been first year we didn't really meet people, we didn't speak. Second year everyone was fine starting to talk to each other, but I feel like I've missed out a crucial year where like freshers, everyone would be out. Also, this is sort of impacted by me living at home.
That's a difference actually.
This 6 is based on like I go to the cafe with my friends to study, like I still go out, I've made really great friends. It's good. Yeah, I would maybe give it like
increase it
a +1.
And mine is really high because I actually feel like people have like a negative perception of social life, but I feel like there's way more stuff to do here, because even like how you said cafes, I'm not actually like a clubbing crazy person, which the term might have implied. I actually don't really like it that much. But like there's just so much other stuff to do. Like,
I
even
agree.
like Winter Wonderland, just like there's just loads of
Well,
stuff.
I'll go to the Tate Museum like after uni. There's so many places in walking distance.
And then I think the social life is good at LSE, or I've had such a good experience, because the LSE is like a very rich university, and so there's a lot of travel opportunities. And so like when I went to Italy, I'm actually like best friends with them all. And then even when I went to New York recently as well, that wasn't like LSE related, but it's still like a uni travel experience. And I never even really traveled before coming to uni as well, so it's been really exciting for me, like getting these opportunities.
The third category that we have that we're rating is the people at LSE.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, close.
Okay, good.
That's interesting.
No, why would you say 8.5?
I think the stereotypes about people at LSE being like internship crazy is like 100% true. And like most of the people I know at LSE are going to become investment bankers or consultants. Like it's very much corporate heavy, our uni. The thing is that I like it most days, because I like logging on to LinkedIn or people's Instagram stories and seeing that they're doing amazing things, because it pushes me to want to do more. Like I'm always motivated to want to do more, and you don't get that at every uni, because I always slander Cambridge. Like I don't know why they're always my example, but let me just not even say that. But at other uni, people aren't necessarily doing so much other extracurricular stuff.
Fair enough.
It's not really possible because you're too busy, so you just focus on your degree, whereas at LSE everyone's like doing other stuff.
I feel like my reason for 8 is because of like the people I've met and how different they are to like different. Like the people at my sixth form were amazing, but like these people are different type of amazing. Like I've made friends where like I'm like, damn, like I never knew people could be like this, in terms of like so supportive and like actually
so
caring
nice.
about you as a person, like caring what you do and like checking, oh, are you okay? Like it's pure friendship. So that's why I'd give it a solid 8. I don't know, I'd probably give it a 9 actually, but
what do you think about the like internship type people?
I just don't associate myself with them. I'm not as fussed about that with them. I think the reason why I'm giving it an 8 is because I've actually met some really mad people. Uni has taught me that not everyone is raised the same or knows how to treat people like with kindness, and that's why I'm like, uni has opened my eyes to how mad like people can be.
What's the maddest experience you had?
I can't. Okay.
Oh my god!
I don't like interesting experiences here from people, but I've actually made like amazing friends who I love.
Oh, me too actually.
The fourth category we have is diversity and inclusion, like how diverse LSE is.
I feel like yours.
I don't know how to be cheeky.
And mine's gonna be high.
Can you give me the rubber? No, I'll just change it. I don't know if this is fair. I need to give an accurate representation.
I'm actually gonna be very honest.
This is based on context from my.
Okay, ready?
It's hard. Okay, I'm gonna put this slash. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wait, can I explain first?
Yeah, explain yours first.
Okay, guys.
This is a 4/5, by the way.
This is a 7, if you can see it. Okay, so I lived in a lot of places in the UK. One of those places was Scotland. And in Scotland, I was the only like mixed race or black person in my year. I think there was one other mixed race person. And like in the village, it was like very visible that I looked different to other people, and it came with a lot of issues. So like my perception on diversity like is very much like anchored off of that, because even when I was at my private sixth form, like everyone complained that it wasn't diverse, and I was like, no, this is like really diverse, like even if it was only like 10 black kids, because I was just like, it's so much better to what I'm used to, because I'm not from London.
I say diversity to me means as in representation. It's purely, mine is based on being a black student.
Yeah,
like, I would say LSE is really diverse based on how international it is, and just like everyone is from everywhere. That's why that's on the 5 side. Or if it was purely based on like how international it is, I'd give it a 10.
Because it is emotional.
Based on like being a
black student.
Yeah, like if I look around, I think it was last week where I was looking around, I was like, damn, I'm the only black person in here. It was a lecture.
A lecture as well? Oh yeah.
Exactly, it was a whole lecture. So I was like, that's why I'm going to give it a 4.
LSE is going in the right direction. So that's why I could never give a 10 on that category right now.
So the next category we have is mental health support at LSE. I think this is a solid, be honest, very honest. All we talk about is honesty here.
Oh wait, don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm looking at it.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1. Really? Okay, Okay, well, I think I'll go first.
I think it's quite average.
I think mine is from, based on actually using LSE's mental health services that they have. Is it student services? What are they called?
Student counselling.
Yeah, student counselling. Actually having used them, I really appreciate that, and that's why this comes from a thing of appreciation. Exactly, like it comes from a place of appreciation. I really appreciate like a university having these services for you, especially as a student. Why I would give it like not a 10 is just because, and it's not their fault, but I will say like giving me work which is like 200 pages of reading. Like, how do you expect my mental health to be okay? Like, how do you give me reading week and say take a break? How could I take a break? Like, how could I take a break?
Oh my gosh, that's in my answer as well.
It's like there's so many things where it's like they ask you to, you know, look after yourself, but I feel like it goes both ways. Like, if I need to look after myself, maybe you should contribute to making sure that like it's possible for me to look after myself. When I do fumble and I'm in a place where, oh my god, this is too much, they are there to like pick me up, but maybe they should be more, what's it called, where you start it as opposed to react.
Yeah, that's so true, you know. Maybe like, just throughout.
Yeah, instead of reacting to like
it's only when something
result
bad
of something. Exactly. Yeah.
So for me, the reason why I gave it a 6, I'll start off with the positives. So I'm on a scholarship at LSE, which is Ugra Family one, and that has massively helped my mental health because I don't have to have like financial stresses. So in terms of financial support, in my opinion, LSE is like going to have to be one of the best universities, and that's just because if you think about how much international students we have, they're paying international fee, and LSE kind of, what's that word? What's the word? Subsidize other students or something through that extra funding. And they have a lot of funding to give, and that's helped my like stresses. On the negatives, number one, reading week. So as an economics student at LSE or any sort of like mathematical student, you're not going to get a reading week, which I don't think is fair. And the reason why they say that is because we don't read. But like, what? I need a break. I need to catch up with my economics content. What's going on? Whilst you're chilling in reading week, I'm still going to classes.
Chilling. I promise you, I'm not chilling.
But like, I'm so bad. Like, I need to actually send some emails and be a Karen.
Fair enough.
That's actually really bad though. Like, everyone does complain about that on econ. And then the other reason is because in terms of the counselling services at LSE,
you only get
6 sessions, which is a 6.
The next category is future career expectations and goals. Like
how they support you with that.
How they support you with that, or like just, or you can do it in terms of like attainability, like how easy it is. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Can you see that?
Yeah.
We both put 10.
We both
oh my
put
god,
10.
That's so good. No, that's so good. LSE's reputation is it's a very careers oriented, it will get you to where you want, and I definitely think that's a true assumption. Like,
I think the people that are at LSE know like the aim is to get their like whatever they want for their future, and so being in that environment was what made sure that I tried to my best to be on top of that, and like I wasn't behind, you know, sorting out what I'm doing after uni. If not for LSE, I don't feel like that would have been the case. Like, I'm very much encouraged to go out and look for internships, go out and get work experience.
I'm encouraged to work as well. Like, we're not like working. For me as well, on that topic, I just feel like I benefited so much from LSE resources when it comes to careers related stuff. So like the alumni network I've used massively. Then I've also used the LSE Career Hub, I think it's called. Yeah, I've used them. They've like read over my application. I just feel like a lot of people at LSE have helped me, and like any sort of LinkedIn post I write, I'm thanking like professors or stuff like that.
I'd say like
even students,
my friends, like all of us doing law, and you would think like, oh, it's competitive in the sense like, oh, no one's gonna help anyone, but literally all my friends are the ones like sending me either vacation schemes or internships to apply for, and I think that's an environment and culture that is like it's just how it is. So the next category we have is society. No, I didn't. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we put the same thing.
9. Fair enough.
Good. Why did you put 9?
I put 9 because there are so many. Like, there are so many societies you can join.
Society for everything.
Yeah, literally. That's why it's a solid 9.
Do you know why mine's not a 10?
Why?
Because there's not a Game of Thrones society, and I think that's essential.
Alright. Well, the only reason I gave it 9 is because of what happens like from some society. From my experience, you don't feel like part of a society unless like you go out to every event. So like with sports, like when they have their socials every week, if you don't drink, to me there's no point going, actually. So you don't really feel part of it, and that's one of the reasons why like I stopped doing hockey there. But okay, and then the final one that we have is your degree. Like, overall.
Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna give this 2 ratings, and it's gonna make sense. So, yeah.
I'm not done. Like I'm trying to think.
Okay.
No, this is... I'm...
Yours low?
No, I'm trying to be like reasonable.
Yeah,
okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
9.
Can you guys see it? It's a 9 and a 6.5.
I have a 4 and a 9. Mine's purely based on 4 when you don't know what's going on and 9 when you actually know what's going on.
So for me, because I basically do 2 degrees, politics and econ, that's why I gave it 2 ratings. So I prefer one side to the other. And this is really interesting because I thought I massively prefer economics because I did economics at A level and I loved it. But I would give economics a 6.5, maybe a 7 on some, and then I would give politics a 9. The reason is I just feel like I prefer the way politics is taught in terms of it's more discussion based and we don't have to take everything that we're taught at face value. Like in our seminars we'll have debates, so we actually have debates in our seminars. It's really cool. Whereas in economics you just get told a theory and you just accept it.
One thing I will say is that law is very hard. So many factors come into it as to why it's hard. It's like you're reading, you're doing a lot of reading. Sometimes some modules are just not easy to understand. When that happens, it severely impacts your ability to engage in seminars, answer questions, like write essays with proper criticism and directly evaluating what you're being asked. At the times where like, oh wow, this makes sense, like I'm going through it week by week and my knowledge is just getting better.
Yeah, it's
amazing because like the academics or like professors are ones that I've had are just really good, and it's just nice to have sound nerd, but it's just nice to have critical like discussions. And so yeah, I'd give it a 9. Law at LSE is really good, really good.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't give anything a 10 because of the difficulty. I don't like the way, I don't think anyone likes the way your degree is assessed, kind of, because it's like it's very difficult to get a first in an essay. I don't think that's the same for you in law.
So we have finished with all the categories that we have today. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this and I find it really interesting how different like we rate things based on our different experiences and just based on how long we've both been at the uni. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to check out Aleesha's channel, which will be linked in the description box below. We're also doing a video on her channel.
We're doing a video on answering your assumptions about university, so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, make sure to check it out. It will be linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for,
I'm gonna cry. Thank you for having me.
It's gonna be like, comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your girl Praise and Aleesha, and I will see you next week with another video.
Yeah. Bye guys.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.